Hi everyone, my name is Ben. I'm a lingerie blogger, and today we're going to talk about Zara's first luxury lingerie collection, the female gaze. I really wanted to love it. I have lots of opinion about it, but yeah, let's just get into it. For those who have been following my blog, you know that I'm about slow fashion. That's really what I love talking about. That's what I promote. And so I'm not really a fan of Zara, to be honest. I haven't spent any money there for like the past 4 or 5 years, I'd say. I probably stopped buying anything from them when my blog got serious for me. Simply because I learned more. I learned so much more. I started, talking to independent designers and understanding fashion a little bit more. So yeah, I literally stopped buying from fast fashion as much as I could. I probably have a few items still because some things are still not affordable for me at a certain price, but yeah. So let's talk about Zara. Zara is a huge European company. They're like worth probably about $18 billion. They're huge. And they're like super popular because of their adaptability and I wouldn't say creativity because Zara is known to be stealing designs from smaller designers, from high fashion designers. So it's not really a creative brand, to be honest. However, they have this thing that they adapt so fast to the fashion market and they always deliver what people expect, basically. So at this point, during the pandemic, it's clear that everyone is getting more and more into loungewear. I have seen the lingerie industry getting so much love. Like, it's so incredible because while people are wearing less wires during this period, they also want fancy loungewear, fancy pajamas, nice bralettes. They want to be able to feel comfortable at home, wearing something that, something that's pretty. It's your place to feel comfortable with yourself. So, for sure, during normal times, if you have to always dress up outside, well, at home, it's so nice to just relax and wear whatever. But when you know that you might just spend your entire year in the same place, I guess it's nice to spice things up a little. So yeah, definitely the lingerie industry has been getting a lot of love. It's been incredible for so many small designers. I did not expect them to literally thrive during this time, but they did. When Zara announced their new collection, I thought, okay, they're on board. They realized that it would be smart for them to offer something everyone wants at the moment, because nobody's really buying new outerwear, basically. So it makes sense. But because the company is so big and because of all the things 2020 taught us, for example, inclusivity is important, wide size range is the best thing. When you create garments for women, they want to feel that they're your focus and not necessarily men or a partner. They want to feel as if they're the center of your creation. So we learned so many things in 2020, and I hoped that Zara would, apply all these lessons. I went ahead, checked the website. I know they haven't launched the whole collection yet, But just the first images gave me the overall vibe. So if you take a look at this new collection, starting with the photography that comes with it, the promotional content basically, it's beautiful. It's classic. It's it's women focused, although I would say it's very European women focused, meaning the old ways, like how can I explain? Well, all the models are very tall and thin. Fortunately, they have one black model. I guess that's like the basic thing you can do nowadays. And yeah, it's a little plain. I wrote an article on my blog about my thoughts, on this new range, and how basically, I guess my expectations were completely unrealistic. When I looked at this collection, what I saw was the advertisement I grew up seeing. So basically, as a French Caribbean woman, growing up, what I saw was basically white women, thin white women looking, very elegant and, very natural, not too much makeup, very fancy, but in a very simple, minimalistic way. That's what European, at least West European people kind of like. I think that's what I grew up looking at, and that's what I thought was the best thing ever when I was a kid. I wanted to be a thin, tall woman and, wear fancy Chanel stuff. Yeah, I guess I could see this French elegant vibe going on for myself. Like I couldn't imagine that for myself. Then, I'm Caribbean, right? So I guess I got to see also all the stuff, and I realized that this was so reductive, basically. Always the same image in our medias, and always this promotion of this one type of woman. And when I saw Zara new editorial, I'd say, new campaign, I felt like what is that? Like, it's so 29, it's sure not 2020. So I was like, okay, that's maybe, the first promotional pictures. Let me look into it a little bit further. So what I saw was a very classic collection, no risk taken whatsoever. So there is nothing wrong with creating a basic collection. So basic meaning, basic colors, white, black, beige colors, gray, things like that. Colors that most people would easily mix and match in their own wardrobe. So that's something that makes sense for a company, because people still buy a lot of basic. It's not so easy to please everyone, but with basic, you're good. Like, someone's gonna buy your stuff. So it made sense for me, seeing that. I understand. But then, so I was like, okay, they may be selling a basic line, but because it's a basic line, it's gonna be basically reaching so many people, and it's gonna make people interested in getting nice stuff for themselves, which I always love. So I was like, okay, nice, like everyone is gonna be able to find something they like and experience luxury in a more approachable way, because Zara is very rather approachable. Let's say it like that. So you don't have to really think about, oh, it's a new designer, I don't know the sizing. You just get your regular Zara size and you're good. So I was like, yeah, could be a nice way to introduce their market, their own customers to loungewear if they didn't like it, or if they were not interested in it before, which sounded nice. And then, so I decided to take a look further, and I wanted to actually, you know what? I was like, why wouldn't I, try and review one of their pajama sets, for example? Maybe I could compare it to something luxurious made by a smaller designer. But then I realized the size range was like the smallest size range I've ever seen. Like literally, like this size range is made of 3 sizes for every single garment that is not a one size garment. So basically, if you want to buy a bralette, you have the option between 70B, 75B, 80B. European sizing, meaning roughly, I think, 32B, 34B, 36B. These are the 3 sizes you can get if you want to buy Zara's bralettes. So I was like, maybe something is wrong, maybe everything is out of stock. Maybe I'm too late, because I checked the website, maybe it was already launched for 4 days, But no, because then I found all the products that were out of stock, or at least not necessarily released fully or something, and it didn't show the same way. So I really want to know why this decision of launching a new lingerie line in 2020 with such a narrow size range. And then I looked at the other stuff, and same, 3 sizes, small, medium, large. So then I was like, but I thought Zara was more inclusive than that, because they're so big, they have the money for it. So I checked the website for all the garments, and I realized, no, actually it kind of makes sense for the brand, because you can find easily sweaters in 3 sizes for Zara. You do have in some garments the option to go from extra small to extra large, but that's not necessarily like 100, not even 50% of their garments. And yeah, it's simply not an inclusive brand. So no matter how big they are, no matter the fast fashion behind it, no matter how adaptable they are to their customers, they did not think it made sense for them to launch more sizes. So I don't know, for me it says a lot about European fashion. Since I moved to North America, I think I see life way differently. I think customers here, they're kings. Like, I feel it's a little too much sometimes that the customer can do anything and ask for anything, and a company will change things for them. But at least, it feels somehow like a democracy in a way, because at the end of the day, you're selling to customers. You want them to buy your stuff, so you make what they want you to sell. But in Europe, maybe customers are different. Maybe they don't ask as much for inclusivity. Maybe also they still have this idea that the thinner the better, that the more exclusive the better, because Europe has this history of exclusivity, actually. Very elitist continent. It's a little, that's how I see it, at least. So yeah, interestingly, this new range was not interesting at all. Like, I wanted to love it, but I don't, because there is no originality, no inclusivity. It's expensive. It's not like it's cheap. Like, yeah, you can find silk panties for cheaper than somewhere else, but it makes sense too, because they're produced in a big factory, for sure. They're using nice fabric now, like for this line. So instead of the usual polyester that they put in everything, they're using silk in some garments. So some garments are almost pure silk. and some garments are blends of other stuff. So cotton blends, cashmere blends I heard of, but I haven't found, so maybe it's not released yet. You have wool blend, tencel blend, and all that. Another thing I noticed is that well, after I wrote my review, my opinion about this new launch, I decided to check all the website opinion, because I always prefer to write my own stuff and then I check what the word has to say. So then I found an article on, I guess, a Condé Nast website. What else? And they were literally praising this new launch. Like, it's almost winter now that we have to cover ourselves. This new collection makes us want to undress, basically. It's so beautiful, so modern, so elegant. It's so far away from the pressure of push-ups and things like that, which is true in a sense. Like, I love that they didn't include push-up bras, but instead nice silk bras. I love that they're a modern collection in the sense that it's very minimalistic. It's very very neutral, actually, super neutral. I felt that this was a neutral collection that would make women that don't necessarily want to feel super feminine still be able to wear something fancy and delicate for themselves. So I like that too. However, they were praising it so much, and at 0 point they pointed out that this sizing excluded the majority of the population of the planet. Like, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I was not impressed, and I felt like, it made me think about the fact that although the fashion industry is right now selling us this new thing that they're evolving, and they want to involve more people of color, more plus size people and all that, at the end of the day, somehow I feel that it's not really true. Like, they do it because they have to, because people are complaining, because people are louder now, and because either plus size women or women of color, they now realize their value and they want to feel valued too. So they have to change for sure. But in reality, when you check this kind of articles, you realize that their mindset hasn't really changed. They just kind of adapt to what they have to say. So yeah, I was a little disappointed by that. I was like, this article is like literally useless. Like, it's without substance. Like, I found it to be bland. I found it to be very uninformative as well, because they were basically saying that now the pieces are like made of the most luxurious fabric. Come on, 5% wool? Okay, like, for sure, if the garment was made of more wool or more cashmere or more whatever they used, it would cost more, probably. But maybe also not way more, because this is not a cheap collection. So I feel like they're really playing on the fact that they included this nice fabric, these nice fibers, without actually using that much of the fiber for their garments. So it's like, yeah, it's just Zara stuff. So I guess it was to be expected. I'm still glad they did something, in the sense that, it's always so nice to, when you love an industry. I love the lingerie industry. I think I'm very involved, and it's super nice to see more and more people getting interested. Like, I love it. Whenever, I've tried for years to convert all my friends, and whenever one of them is like, oh, you know what, you're right, like, I tried this brand and it's great, or, oh, you know what, you were right, it feels good to wear something that's, that fits me, or to wear this nice fabric, or whatever. Like, I love it. I think that's the best thing. It's an industry that really values craftsmanship, quality, attention to details. The lingerie industry, for me, is my favorite part of fashion, to be honest, because I think that fashion has been completely diluted in something that's not that creative anymore. And basically it's all about making everything for cheaper and cheaper, and not necessarily caring for the impact. And it can be any brand. I'm not talking about expensive vs cheap brands. I think it's fashion is a struggle right now. But this collection, I think it really had nothing to the table. It's not creative, it's not inclusive, it's not that luxurious in a way. Like, I want to try, like, I wish I could try. I don't know if I want to give them my money, but maybe it's worth a try. Maybe I would be surprised. Maybe their pieces fit super nicely, the people that they can fit. Maybe it's nice to wear. Maybe the fabrics are nice. Maybe it's actually good quality. Maybe they actually paid attention to details. But in a way, I just wish they did better. I think they should know better by now. And it just meh. Like, honestly, with all that money, they should have done better. They have the creative team they would need to create something better. But that's not what they want to do. They just want to, they want to do what they did. So yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gonna try to show you some of the garments in the video so you can give me your opinion. Tell me if there's something you like. Personally, my favorite garment was this one. I think it's nice. I think it looks sophisticated and classy. Hopefully it's well made. I think it could be a very nice little dress. I wish it was longer, but I imagine this is a length that's easier to sell. So yeah, there are some stuff that I liked, and I don't think everything should be overly creative or anything. I think you can do, as I said before, something classic and of great value. I just really, really wish they made a change on this inclusivity thing, because literally these bras are gonna fit not no one, but like, this is 3 sizes, and a regular brand would launch around 36 sizes, if I'm not mistaken. And 36 sizes is not a lot. It's not even going to go to my size, but it's still way more than 3. So yeah, that's it for today. I just had to vent a little bit. I just don't know why we keep praising this kind of companies. I think they don't deserve our money. That's just that. Like, it's just at some point, I think the world deserves way better than that. And sometimes when I find myself liking something from Zara, I don't buy it because I know that this is probably not creative, because they probably stole it for someone else. So yeah, I'd rather give my money to someone else, especially when a brand doesn't even make an effort to create a collection that would be inclusive for me. And like, I'm sure I could wear this collection. I could wear the loungewear and all that. Like, I do fit in this size range, but it's not about me. Like, I'm fully aware that, I'm a size small, medium. It's like the most it's not a size that I have issues finding when it comes to garments outside of bras. And even bras right now, I'm fairly okay. But I think that in a world where we have now brands like Savage X Fenty, or even the multitude of great loungewear and lingerie brands that create for so many different type of people and body shape, this just falls so flat. It just falls so flat. And yeah, I think it's a pity. I think they could have done better. And if you'd like loungewear, I could do a video about all the great brands that you could find as an alternative if you want to spend the same amount of money, and they will probably offer something way better, of better value, better ethics, and better designs whatsoever. So yeah, please tell me your thoughts on this subject. Don't hesitate to subscribe if you like my videos. I don't have too many, but it's coming. And let me know if you want to learn more about the subject, about ethical fashion, about Zara, about their impact on the environment, and their workers that they don't pay properly. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell it's a subject that upsets me a little, but yeah, it's all love. I just wish fashion could do better now. All right, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you in the next video.